Hi, I'm Aaron with TrailKeg. I'm here to show you the components in your TrailKeg package and how to use it. Let's start with the basics. The pressurized lid, your gas post is on the left here, and your pressure vent on the right. If you pull on the pull ring, that will vent pressure from the TrailKeg. You do have to vent pressure from the TrailKeg before removing the lid. All right, your chrome tap. This is a spring-loaded chrome tap. You can see it'll snap back into place when you let go of the handle. To attach the chrome tap to the lid, pull back the collar and press down. You'll hear it snap into place. For the regulator, the pressure knob on the top, turn it to the right to increase pressure, turn it to the left to decrease pressure. Your pressure gauge right here, it goes from 0 to 30 psi. The normal operating pressure of the regulator is going to be around 10 psi. It's going to be roughly the best pressure for most beers. The maximum pressure of the regulator will be around 20 psi. On the other side, you'll find the pressure quick disconnect. If you pull the collar back, that puts it into the closed position. The collar does have to be pulled back in order for this to snap onto the lid. So with the collar pulled back, just press it down. You'll hear it snap into place. Pull back on the collar, it'll pop off. Now, both of these connections are what's known as double sealing quick disconnects. What that means is that when the tap and the regulator are disconnected from the lid, both sides will seal. Now, for the last step on the regulator, a very important piece to know how to do correctly is installing a CO2 cartridge. To install the CO2 cartridge, thread it in till you feel just a little bit of resistance like this, and then turn quickly. It's normal to hear a quick burst of pressure as the cartridge is installed. Now, for some of the other components in your TrailKeg package, this is the dip tube. The dip tube is pre-installed onto the lid inside of your TrailKeg. At the end of the dip tube, you will find what's known as a restrictor. That just pulls off and presses back on. The restrictor slows the flow of beer or liquid coming out of your TrailKeg. This can help with beers that are more carbonated or more highly carbonated, and you may want to slow the flow of the beer to help with getting too much head. So play around with that. Sometimes it's better to have it on. Sometimes it's better to take it off. Again, this dip tube will install on the underside of the lid, as you can see there. Last component to touch on is the standard lid. This is best if you want to use your growler for water or something of that nature. Now, also in your package, you'll have the TrailKeg instructions and the customer care card. The customer care card will show you how to get in touch with us for help, information, and we want to hear from you if you have questions, comments, or concerns. A couple of quick pro tips on filling your TrailKeg. When you go to the brewery, have them rinse the growler out with water. That will lubricate the growler and prevent a lot of head on the beer and help with that. And then also have them use a fill tube. Again, using a fill tube while filling the growler at the brewery will help prevent having too much head on the beer. Lastly, how to dispense. The most important part. Let go and that snaps back into place. Cheers.